Welcome to Conflict News 24. We have some updates for you on global conflicts. Firstly, China Taiwan tensions. China US tensions over Taiwan. A few hours ago, US government approved the sale of arms to Taiwan, and China is warning US against this arms deal. Secondly, Ukrainian military officials today claimed that within the last 72 hours, Turkish tb2 drones in the service of Ukrainian forces have inflicted heavy losses on Russian military equipment. We have details for you. And thirdly, viewers, on a southern front, Kherson, Mykolaiv, Ukrainian forces launched a counteroffensive to take back territories, and they have taken back a few settlements. But Russians are advancing too. They have managed to reach the border of Dnipropetrovsk region, Nikopol district. We have details for you. Firstly, viewers, no sign of de-escalation of tensions in the Indo-Pacific. A few hours ago, US State Department announced sale of arms to Taiwan. Joe Biden government has approved sale of arms to Taiwan worth around 1.09 billion US dollars. Taiwan will get Harpoon air-to-sea missiles, air-to-air missiles, and US will build Taiwan's surveillance radar capabilities so that Taiwanese forces could receive early warnings regarding breach of its airspace, which is a serious issue for Taiwan because on almost daily basis, Chinese aircrafts, Chinese drones breach Taiwanese airspace. And after that, we saw a statement from Chinese government which is warning the US against selling arms to Taiwan. US State Department said that this deal was in accordance with One China policy, and that China should not pressurize Taiwan. It should not put military, political, diplomatic pressure upon Taiwan. For almost a month, we have been seeing that tensions are rising between China and Taiwan, China and US. And it started after Nancy Pelosi, US House Speaker, visited Taiwan more than a month ago. After that, China encircled Taiwan, conducted week-long military drills. Then US conducted some drills. US sent 2 of its warships in Taiwan Strait. After Nancy Pelosi's visit to Taiwan, China suspended dialogue on different issues with the US, and diplomatic tensions are continuing. Meanwhile, US is announcing to sell weapons to Taiwan. China is threatening to take countermeasures. What are going to be countermeasures? That remains to be seen. It seems that in coming days we could see more tensions in the Pacific Ocean. Secondly, viewers, Ukrainian military officials today claimed that Turkish tb2s have inflicted heavy losses on Russian military equipment in the last 72 hours. We know that before the start of Russia-Ukraine war in February this year, Ukraine purchased Turkish tb2 combat drones, which are battle-tested, extremely precise. Russia is at a disadvantage when it comes to quality combat drones. Russia does have Orlan series drones, but Russian combat drones are not as effective, as battle tested as Ukrainian drones, which are mainly Turkish tb2s and some other types as well. Ukraine today claimed that between the 31st of August and the 2nd of September, in 72 hours almost, Turkish tb2 drones being used by Ukrainian forces destroyed Russian military equipment worth 28.3 million US dollars. And only 2 drones were in operation. 2 Turkish drones, which would be around less than $10 million worth, I think. Their worth would be less than $10 million. And these 2 drones have destroyed Russian military equipment worth 28.3 million US dollars in just 3 days. The destroyed equipment includes tanks, BMPs, howitzers, and other equipment. After Ukrainian forces started using US provided HARM missiles, which are anti-radar missiles, we have seen that Ukrainian use of tb2s is increasing, and tb2s are performing better after Ukraine acquired US HARM anti-radiation, anti-radar missiles. Turkish tb2 drones are definitely battle tested, starting from Turkey-Syria war to Libyan civil war, then Azerbaijan-Armenia war, Ethiopian civil war in the Horn of Africa, and now Russia-Ukraine war. In all these conflicts, we have seen Turkish tb2s in operation, extremely precise, and in different battlefield, the drones have proven their effectiveness. Lastly, viewers, while Ukrainian counteroffensive is ongoing in southern Ukraine, Russian forces are gradually advancing as well on southern front, and we know that Ukraine around a week ago started a counteroffensive on Kherson. Ukraine forces are trying to take control of Kherson city. They not close the city, they're trying to get close to the city. And they have taken back some settlements. I think 4 to 5 settlements have been retaken by Ukrainian forces. But so far, no major settlement has been retaken by Ukrainian forces. No supply routes have been cut off. So counteroffensive is ongoing, but so far no major gains. Meanwhile, Russians are advancing on southern front, and they have managed to reach Dnipropetrovsk Oblast. They have reached the boundary, the border of this oblast. They are now making preparations to cross into Dnipropetrovsk from Kherson. Nikopol is one of the main cities of Dnipropetrovsk Oblast. Russian forces have not entered Nikopol district, but reportedly they have reached very close to the administrative border of Nikopol. So we could see an attempt from Russian military to enter Nikopol. Nikopol and Dnipropetrovsk territories have been under heavy shelling, artillery strikes and air strikes for months, because Russians were trying to move towards Nikopol, towards Dnipropetrovsk from Kherson. In today's press briefing, we know that Ukrainian military officials twice a day brief about ongoing situation on the battlefield. In today's press briefing, Ukrainian military officials confirmed fighting near the border, Kherson, Dnipropetrovsk border. 2 settlements were mentioned by Ukrainian military today where fighting is ongoing. The two settlements are firstly Vysokopila and secondly Potamkine. You can see Vysokopila and Potamkine. We discussed Vysokopila yesterday as well. That the town was contested, the settlement was contested between Russians and Ukrainians. Now, Russians are trying to move towards Potemkine, very close to the border, Kherson, Dnipropetrovsk border. So it's very clear that Russians, despite this counteroffensive from Ukrainian side, are gradually moving towards Dnipropetrovsk and Nikopol. Thanks for watching.